Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video, this will be the last video in the sun gazing series. One of the reasons why it will be the last video for the sun gazing series is we've been having some unexpected weather come up with forest fires. It's been very muggy, smoggy type looking like over the horizons, and it has it's actually diminished good clear shots for me to get for sunsets and sunrises. I've mainly been doing sunrises, and I've also put a twist on it using the ASMR. I wasn't sure if you guys would enjoy that or not. I decided to give it a shot, put a fun little twist on it, and just talk about my time and my progress with sun gazing and how that's going. This whole last week I actually haven't been able to sun gaze because of the smoke and the smog, basically. Smog area. Where I live in the Pacific Northwest, we are just surrounded by forest fires. Some roads are getting shut down for certain counties, and so people are actually having a hard time traveling. In my hometown, for example, the entire butte where you'd be able to look out across the river is completely whited out by smoke. So I figured it was time to end the filming series for sun gazing. In this video, though, I'm going to talk about my results that I've had so far. I'm going to continue to practice sun gazing. I fell off the wagon a little bit, but I still feel like I could, even despite the smog and the smoke, I could still do some sun gazing in the early mornings and then in the afternoons, early evenings before retiring at night, and just go along those lines. But I'm going to talk about my experience with it, and I found an article through medium.com by a woman named Nav Aloka. I'm going to try and just read parts of this to you guys, and it's going to talk about how to practice safe sun gazing and also the benefits of sun gazing and what she's experienced. As I was reading through parts of the article and the article itself, I've actually been able to, well, these were a lot of the benefits that I've been experiencing so far. And that's just with sun gazing once a day. You guys don't have to do sunsets, you guys don't have to do sunrise and sunset every day. You could just do one sun gazing session in the morning or in the evening, whatever you prefer. It has to be, like I've said in one of the last videos on the series, it has to be at least an hour before sunrise, during the first hour of sunrise, or the last hour before sunset, before the sun sets, because that's when the UV radiation, the UV light exposure to your eyes is at its lowest. So that will help protect your eyes, and you won't have any kind of solar renal damage like I've talked about. But we're going to go ahead and get into the article, and I'll just explain it from there and share some other things with you guys, so that way you guys have some tools and resources in this video that you can reference to, that you can do a little bit more research on. I feel like I've done enough of my research myself, as well as explained it well enough in the videos that I've talked about it and have done those shots for you guys in the morning, first thing, so that way you guys can see and experience what it's like to sun gaze in real time, as well as also hearing all the nature sounds and things on the property where I live. So we're going to go ahead and get into the article. I'm going to go ahead and read through it, and I'll also talk about some of the benefits that I've personally experienced. I just figured in her words it would sound a little bit better versus what I'm about to say. So the article is called Sun Gazing, Explore and Empower Yourself with the Healing Powers of the Sun. I will leave a link in the description of this video for you guys to reference that and read it for yourselves. It's a great article. Like I said, I'm going to read parts of this, and you guys can look at this article for yourself and read the whole thing. So she gets into how to practice safe sun gazing. She references, before saying that, she references HRM, who I referenced, HRM's method, and how it's been a new phenomenon for sun gazing and bringing that back to the culture, and how he started this movement, like how to HRM sun gaze. So how to practice safe sun gazing. Practice it in the morning within an hour of sunrise or sunset if it's safer when the sun is closest to the earth. So that explains what I just said earlier. So the closer the sun is to the earth, that's your best point of reference for sun gazing. Stand barefoot on the ground If you can't see the sun from the ground, then a balcony or rooftop will work. So you want to find a good spot where you can see the sun rising or the sun setting at those times of the day. And you're going to have to look at your clock and check a weather app, for example, just to see where the lowest point of the UV light exposure is at for that hour of sunrise and sunset. You're supposed to remove contacts or glasses and don't sun gaze through windows. So I did not know that. Every morning that I've sun gazed for you guys in the series, I was not wearing my glasses or my contacts at all. I was just doing it basically blind. It's a blur. Look directly at the sun for 10 seconds and build up to 30 minutes a day. We started with 5 minutes, which is a pretty safe starting point for most. As I've told you guys, I started with 30 seconds and I built my way up. I'm almost at the 5-minute mark, but I'm working towards it. How they did it was basically the same as I started out. 10 to 20 seconds, 30 seconds, building up to about 30 minutes a day. My goal is to build it up to about 15 minutes a day. If the sun feels too bright, you can squint, gaze around the sun, or raise your hands, make a triangle, and hold it up against the sun. Then just stare at or around the sun through the gap between your hands. See, I didn't know that. I was doing the palming motions as you guys had seen me doing this because I would still see the after effect of the sun from my sun gazing sessions. On cloudy days, gaze at the position where the sun is behind the clouds. So there's another tip. Set your intentions into the sun as part of your daily meditation practice. And as I've coached you guys and talked to you guys about this, it's a centering method. It's a meditation, a form of meditation. Also visualize the light going into the front of your chakras, all your trillions of cells, your organs, and the center of your brain, especially to the parts where you have any pain. This is a note made by Michaela Light. And then the last point here is, after finishing the practice, I usually end with some outdoor yoga and movement. So these were some of her methods that she developed through the HRM method and what she was learning with the group. And if you're into those, the spiritual side of things, you can open up your chakras, cleanse them, prepare you for the day. And do a little bit of movement. This was something that was referenced. This is another chunk of the article that I'm going to get into for you guys. I figured it would just be fun for you to read, to hear me read, and just educate you a little bit more on the theory of sun gazing. The theory is that the sun is the force of all life, and staring at it can infuse the body with large amounts of energy. This is a straightforward yet effective method based on solar energy, which enables us to harmonize and recharge the body with life, energy, and also invoke the limited powers of the mind very easily. The HRM phenomenon is in fact a rediscovery of a scientific ritual which was used to heal physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual diseases in ancient times. Ancient Indians called this practice Surya Namaskar. The ancient Egyptians and Americans called it heliotherapy, and Europeans called it Apollo therapy. Traditionally, human beings eat secondary sources of energy as the plants and other vegetation depends heavily on the sun for their growth. Simply put, the idea here is to learn how to absorb energy from the primary source, that is, the sun itself. So that basically adds into why I wanted to start doing the routine, not fast for 411 days like HMR did, and only drink water, and look at the sun at least twice a day for those long durations, those long periods. But I wanted to keep the same routine and add it to a good morning routine. Now we'll get into the benefits of sun gazing, and this is what she experienced from her article and with the group that she surveyed and that she did this practice with. Increased energy levels. Some are able to subsist more and more on light as they expand their practice of sun gazing without eating regular food or no food. Increased eye strength and health. Lessening of stress. Increased strength of your immune system. Alleviation of multiple physical ailments so common in our modern day world. Increased awareness and clearer thinking. Results from wish fulfillment. While gazing at the sun, you focus on your inner desire and needs, and have these things come into your life. After just 2 weeks, I noticed the following changes. I had more energy throughout the day and didn't need as much sleep, positive emotions, reduced appetite, which made intermittent fasting much easier, or IF. I've talked about that over the years, and increased eye strength. So I thought that that was interesting. A lot of those benefits so far I've experienced. So far, my own experiences with those benefits, I have noticed that my eyes they feel kind of weird, but not in a bad way. I also want to say that they feel good. I haven't had as much vision problems as I would say. I've noticed that my circadian rhythm really links up with it. It's been hard for me because of work to get to bed on time some nights, but I've been able to go to bed fairly early, and my sleep has improved, I want to say, a little bit. And then I've just noticed that I've had a little bit more focus throughout the day, just like a level up. I mean, I still use caffeine for my morning routines, coffee and teas, and I noticed that my energy has increased a little bit more, and I've noticed that only after sun gazing for the amount of time that I've gotten it to and that my time limit, I've noticed that I've had a little bit more focus throughout my day. That being said, I feel like I've been a little bit more energized by the sun. Okay, so some other links I'm going to leave for you guys in the description down below. The article says, for more information on the benefits and to simply do your own research on the topic, check out the following sources. They're called Health Benefits of Sun Gazing. The other one is called Why I Stare at the Sun, Solar Healing, The Process, The History of Sun Gazing. And what I've looked at as far as these articles go are referenced from HRM's website that he had at the time. He actually passed away a couple months ago this year, so may he rest in peace. So I think it would be fun and educational for you as well, and myself, to just look a little bit more into these pages that he developed on his website. I'll leave another link for you guys down below on where you can follow her. She does have an Instagram, and I just wanted to give her a shout out. Naval Aluka. I apologize if I've butchered your name twice already in the beginning of this video and right now, but she is on Instagram, so you can follow her there and support her there. I believe that she's a blogger because she wrote this article on medium.com, which is a great practice for writing articles and for starting out a blogging career. The last link I'll leave in the description down below is a video called How to Do Sun Gazing, HRM Method of Sun Gazing, Protocols and Tips. And this is by a content creator named RawFitSungazer. I watched this video. It's a little over 15 minutes long, but he covers a lot of the things that I learned from HRM's lectures, and he just summed it up real well. So I feel like that this would be a good video for you guys to watch and you guys can check out. Again, I'll leave that in the description down below. And you guys can do as much research as you can do as much research as you would like on the subject of sun gazing. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate your guys' support, and I enjoyed doing the sun gazing series. Since I get winter between 8 and 9 months out of the year, I don't think I can make sun gazing a regular, everyday routine for myself, because I always have to adjust my routines accordingly. I keep things relatively the same, where I'm doing the same things every day, but I do adjust them if I need to improve my habits, improve my life, so I do those things. But I want to say, during the seasons where I can stand outside barefoot in the grass or in the dirt and the sand and look at the sun, the first part of the day or the last part of the day, I would like to continue doing that in my routines. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the sun gazing series. This will wrap up the series. This is the last video. I appreciate your guys' support so much. Thank you for watching. And if you're a subscriber, I appreciate you even more for that. And if you're just finding me on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. That helps me out more than anything at this time. And with that being said, that will end the video. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope that you guys had a great weekend. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.